it's Scarlet Pete here, Self-Sufficiency. We're at Offgrid Island. This is our project homestead, and today we're cleaning up rubbish. Lots and lots and lots of rubbish. The previous people seem to have used any piece of old rubbish they could for fencing, whether it's plastic or whether it's metal. That's the plastic. Lily's found an example of the plastic and metal put together. That's lovely. So, oh, it's just a nightmare. Look at all this metalwork in the floor, in the ground. Look at those useful bricks. So we have lots of things to clean up. In a few minutes, we've cleaned up this much. Pardon, Joe? Bed springs everywhere, bed springs. Hopefully we can make some money out of recycling the metal. We have no idea yet what on earth we can do with the plastics and other things. And we also have tons and tons and tons of glass. There's just glass hidden in the undergrowth everywhere. Piles and piles of glass, broken glass. It's just awful. Absolutely everywhere. But we will carry on, we will clean up, we will thin the trees, the weed trees will go, we'll bring the pigs in and they can clean up when it's safe to clean up, and we'll get it back working. Working for us as something usable, something that we can grow goods in, maybe keep pigs, wild boar here for a while, use some of the firewood. It even comes with its own bomb crater. Down here is where a bomb hit when the Russians were playing, I believe. Is it the Russian war games that produce these bomb holes, Joe? Huh? Is it the Russian war games that produce these bomb holes?
Not a war game. The Second World War.
Yeah? Oh, right. So hopefully it wasn't a dirty bomb if they had such things then. So here we've got more metal and glass everywhere. Look at that. So all of this has to be cleaned up. If anyone wants to volunteer to come and help, you'd be most welcome. So we're still down in the bomb crater here. Maybe we should make this into a big swimming pool. What do you think, Joe? Swimming pool? Oh dear, look how messy it is here. This has got all sorts. There's bed springs in there, glass. Underneath all that glass there's a pile of bed springs, Joe. Like I know. We've got to be so careful. But today is metal only, isn't it, Joe? What? Today's metal only we're collecting.
Metal, yeah.
Here's a huge heap of plastics. Suggestions in the comments what to do with it, please. More plastics. More metal, look, grown into it. We forgot to bring the chainsaw today, so it's going to be difficult to get some of the metal out. Excuse me. There's a herd of deer running across just up top of the green field there, but I don't think you'll catch it on the camera. It's so quiet here and peaceful, and then we turn up and make a mess. Well, humans made a mess of this place a long time ago. Very, very sad. Sorry, I should have brought my gimbal. I didn't think I was going to be doing any filming today. Now, the reason we call it Offgrid Island is it's surrounded by normal agriculture, arable farming, and it's just like a little island in the middle on its own. Peacefulness, and it's off-grid. It consists of 3 houses, lots and lots of outbuildings, and a mature forest behind, and arable to be land at front. There's a lot of weed trees. These ones here are sumac, or shumac, I'm not sure what you call them, sumac I think, which smell like mice. Horrible trees, and they just send out runners and grow trees everywhere. Yet more rubbish. And a useful lot of building materials there. They just seem to have spent so long bringing stuff here to make a mess, the previous people. There's 2 of the houses and a third one behind this tree. and the doghouse and more rubbish. And that's quite a nice useful area in front of that house there. That'll be gardens when we have it open to the public. People will be able to come and stay and holiday and live in permaculture paradise. But before it becomes a paradise, we have to deal with this hellish mess. A lot of mess. Why anybody would just dump this rubbish everywhere and let the grass grow through it, I just don't know. And here in the old days, they've let half of the house fall down. We've managed to get some volunteers here a few years back, and they put a lot of the tiles on pallets for us, which was a really big help. I loved that having been done. But everywhere you go, there's piles of things. In a country where the grass grows so well, it's very quickly lost in all the grass. And it's only winter time where it dies back or it's been grazed that you can see what you've got. Can you guess what it is yet? We have mountains and mountains of, can you see the berries? Goji berries. All of this here, all of this mess is goji berry heaven. But our friend's been grazing their cattle on it, and the cows have really been enjoying eating them. So there's house number 1, house number 2 in the distance, and the donor house number 3 that's really falling down badly and going back to nature. But at least that house is soil, it's wood, and mainly things that can go back to the soil. All that we'll be left with is a heap and a pile of terracotta tiles which would need to be taken away, but everything else would rot down and go back to nature. I have very little understanding why anybody would dump this much rubbish on a beautiful site. Maybe we're the mad ones thinking it's beautiful here, but I think it's beautiful. In the distance there's a neighbour. Look, it's just paradise all around. The roads are miles away, but the rubbish is right in your face. This is the worst pile. This is human waste. It's nappies, plastic bottles. It's despicable that someone could do this, and it's surrounded with metal again. So there we have it. This is our project at the moment, one of our projects. This will be returned to being a paradise. We're going to work very hard, and volunteers will hopefully come and help as well and can stay for free and help us out. Oh, what an offer there. Come and collect rubbish and you can stay here. Maybe it's not a good offer, I don't know. But one day this is going to be our little paradise, and it's going to be permaculture ruling. It's going to be how you can live off the land, be self-sufficient and not hurt the earth. It's going to be an example of what you can do living off the land, and people will be able to come, stay. We might make a small income from people staying when it's all done up. Hello, Billy. And people can experience it and find out, is this what I want to do? Can I live with a generator or wind power or solar panels? Can I live off the land? Will I want to look after pigs and chickens and goats and milk a cow? This is what the dream is. This will be the place to come and experience it all. So if you'd like to get involved, as always, comment. If you think I'm mad, comment. Just let me know you're there. Maybe you've got some really good suggestions and ideas how we can deal with all this awful mess. At the moment it's going to be glass is going to be collected, possibly used in some foundations and in some concretes on the other project we've got going. It can also be taken to town and put in the recycle bins. The metal's being weighed in. Who knows what we're going to do with all this plastic? I just don't know what to do. But we'll get there together. As my husband said when we got married, together, forever, strong. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.